Summer Reading Challenge Month 2. Let's get into it. Hello my friends, welcome to my channel Discover with Kim. I'm Kim. I'm so excited you're here with me today. Welcome to this week's book vlog and welcome to the continuation of my Summer Reading Challenge. This week we pick my next mystery book, we visit an indie bookstore together, one that I've never been to before, and I may DNF a book. Let's get into it. As you saw my friends, we got Everything We Didn't Say by Nicole Bart as my fourth book for my Summer Reading Challenge and the first book for month 2, July of my challenge. So this is a mystery thriller. That's all I really know about it. I couldn't tell you anything else about it, so I thought we could read the synopsis together and see what I'm about to be getting into. So this was my book of the month from October 2021. So it is about 4 years old, and it says, "One night changed everything. Juniper Baker was 19 when her world was torn apart. As fireworks lit up the sky..." Wow, that's kind of perfect timing. Today's literally July 1st. And listen, as fireworks lit up the summer sky, her neighbors were brutally murdered right outside their barn, and to Juniper's horror, her younger brother became the prime suspect. In an instant, everything she loved fell away. She escaped, pledging never to return. Until now. Officially, Juniper is back in town to help a friend, but really she's here to repair her relationship with her teenage daughter, the source of her deepest regret, and to solve the infamous Murphy murders. As history begins to repeat itself, and a dogged local true crime podcaster starts sniffing around, the race to the truth puts past and present on a dangerous collision course, except this time it's her daughter's life that hangs in the balance. Sounds spooky, sounds thrilling, and it sounds like the perfect summer thriller considering it sounds right around 4th of July. Summer fireworks, like, talk about perfect. So we are going to be digging into this and starting off month 2 of our Summer Reading Challenge. So, when we were at the indie bookstore, as you saw, I had a bag, so I did end up getting a couple books. I ended up getting 3 different books. So I thought I would give you just a little haul to show you what the books were. And then in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be having a summer book haul video coming up, so I'll chat more about the books there. But let me show you the books that I got at the indie bookstore. So, the first one is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. It has these really cool edges that look like fingerprints. And this one is a young adult like mystery thriller, and it sounds so good. I'm so excited to read it. The next book I got is A First Time for Everything by K.L. Walter. Again, this one also has some pretty edges. This one is a romance novel. It is about, basically the top just says sometimes you have to date a lot of frogs to find the perfect +1 prince. So this girl has to find a date for her brother's wedding, and I think the bridesmaids help her. Looks super cute. And the third book I got from The Learned Owl was Fellowship of Bakers and Magic by J. Penner. This one has some pretty edges as well. And this one is it's like a cozy fantasy about a human who gets entered into an elf baking contest, and that kind of tells you everything you need to know. So yeah, this one I actually already read, and it was super, super cute, so I will be chatting about that one in an upcoming video. But these are the 3 books that I got from The Learned Owl on our little visit there. It was a nice bookstore. It was rather large. I feel like it could have been organized a little bit better, a lot better. If I worked there, I would completely rearrange it. But it was a cute bookstore. Nothing that I'm going to be like, have to go back right away, but it was cute. I got 3 books. They had a good selection, so yeah. So, I believe the last time we checked in about my summer reading challenge book, I was in the middle of reading Everything We Didn't Say, and this I ended up starting reading a while ago. So last week I ended up going on vacation with my grandma, a little bit of a spur of the moment vacation, which I have a vlog of that coming up, but I went on a bit of a spur of the moment vacation with my grandma. I did not bring this book because I just didn't feel like the right vacation book, but I was about a third of the way done, and then when I got home, I'm going to tell you guys that I almost completely DNF'd this book, which I would say I half DNF'd this book. So I'm going to tell you guys something. It's a little bit of a spoiler, so if you don't want to know any spoilers at all, don't listen to this part of the vlog. It's a little bit of a spoiler, but it's not a terrible spoiler. But there's something in this book that I very strongly believe should have been a trigger warning. I very, very strongly believe should have been a trigger warning at the beginning. There was no trigger warning, and so I did not expect it, and it was just something that I was not excited about, and it was something that I did not want to keep reading about. So I'm going to tell you what it was. I'm not going to tell you too many details. I'm just going to kind of tell you what it was, so that if you're thinking about reading this book, you'll know that this is a trigger warning for it. So there were dogs in this book, 2 of them, that ended up getting poisoned, and then, so yes, I did not like that. There's no warning about it, so I did not see it coming. The one was in the flashback, so I was trying to be okay with it because I was like, maybe it won't be that big of a deal, but then it happened again in like modern day, and I knew it was going to be a huge part of the storyline, obviously, because like it happened, so they're going to talk about it the whole time, they're going to investigate it, and I didn't want to read about it, I didn't want to hear about it, I didn't want to think about it, and honestly it kind of just ruined the whole book for me. So I ended up half DNFing it, so I did not finish, but I didn't actually read it all. I skimmed, so I skimmed a good chunk of the middle, and then I skimmed till the end, and then I just read the ending because I was curious to know who did it and what had happened. Because the general storyline of this book, that like the neighbors got killed years ago and now she's back and her brother had been blamed, but no one had ever actually gotten caught, and she was kind of curious what was happening, and it was starting to happen again. It was all very interesting, and I was very much into that part of the plot, but the whole dogs getting hurt and then being a main part of the storyline, not really for me. So I skimmed, and then I skimmed towards the very end, and then I read the ending, and funnily enough, I completely predicted the ending. So something happened in the first third of the book that I was like, oh, I bet that this is happening, and then I bet that that caused this to happen, which is what I bet caused this to happen, and yeah, that was basically it. Like, this was happening, so then something else happened. It caused the person to be mad and then go and do the thing, and yeah. So I half did not finish this book. I did not fully read it, but I did read it to the end so that I can say that like I read it, I can put it on my bookshelf, because I know I'm never going to pick it up again. When I DNF a book, it's simply because I'm not in the mood for it, and I know that like in the future I'm going to want to pick it up again when I'm in the better mood for it. But this one, I know that with what was happening, I'm not going to want to pick it up again, so I just wanted to know what happened. So I kind of finished it out, skimmed the middle, read the end. It was okay. It was okay. Like I said, I predicted the ending, and I was upset about the lack of trigger warning, so that kind of ruined the whole book for me. But it was okay. It was a fun mystery. It was fun that it was like half in the summer, half in winter. It was fun that it was around 4th of July, which is when I started reading it. But other than that, yeah, it was alright. I give it about, what did I rate it? 2.75 out of 5, I believe. I rated it 2.75 out of 5. Everything We Didn't Say by Nicole Bart. It was okay. If that trigger doesn't bother you, then you might find this more of an enjoyable book, because it was interesting and it was fun, but like I said, I guess the ending, I didn't like the trigger warning. So that is where we're at with that. Okay, my friends, and that is where we're going to finish this week's Summer Reading Challenge vlog. Next week, I think that I'm going to do things a little bit different, because I'm a little bit bored of just pulling it out of my prompt jar and whatever happens, happens. So I think I'm going to switch it up a little bit next week for what I'm going to do for my Summer Reading Challenge. It's still going to include my TBR list and my wrapped books, but it's going to be something a little bit different. But yeah, stay tuned for that. That'll be up next Tuesday, and of course, there'll be vlogs in between for you guys to enjoy. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know what you're reading this summer. Let me know if you're going through a summer reading challenge yourself and what it involves. I hope you guys have a fabulous week. Live well, read some books, and go discover, friends. Goodbye.